Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning here. Very windy. A little more windy than I had expected. Got a couple of little scattered showers here, so I thought I would start off our vlog a little bit earlier than expected because I want to give you a little bit more meditation. But hopefully you saw my falling rocks, my 5 falling rocks indicated the start of today's beautiful vlog in Barbados. It is Tuesday morning. Absolutely glorious day. A little bit of cloud and stuff around, but that's not a problem because we're going to enjoy our day no matter what the conditions are, as we always do. Because why? We come together as EMC, and that is exactly why. Good morning to each and every one of you again. We're going to watch the sun as it rises. We're going to say our Serenity Prayer. Those who'd like to join us, please do so now. All others, we'll be back with you in a few moments' time. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Okay, so we're going to keep our focus on that sunrise this morning until it comes up, but I'm going to do a little bit of walking, so hopefully we don't get too much blowing around because the wind is definitely a little bit strong along this cliff area this morning. I really brought you here. You've been here I think a couple of times before, definitely at least 2 times before with me. However, we haven't done here at low tide, and I want to show you all what low tide brings, not only to the beaches in Barbados but to the actual cliffs and stuff along this coastline. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful day. You all would have seen some big splashing waves, so you would know pretty much which section of the island we're on. I know the audio is going to be a little muffled because of the wind, but that's something beyond our control, and hopefully you will enjoy the scenery and understand that up here, unless you get a dead calm day, this is the conditions that you'll find up here. So it sort of lets you feel and see. Well, when I say feel, I know that some of you have the way of doing that, attaching yourself to your memories and stuff, so you're feeling what the winds are like up here. I'm sure you're sensing it for sure. And then the scenery, stunning, just beautiful scenery. All right, we're in an area just to the, I would say, well, we're in the area of North Point Beach Resort, formerly in that general area anyhow. The section that we're currently in is a place called Ladder Bay, which is, I'll show you in a second. So as the sun starts to come up a little bit more, we get into that. So just walk a little close to the cliff so we can get a view of that sun rising better. Absolutely glorious sunrise. Beautiful, beautiful morning here. A little bit more windy, as I said. We do have some tropical waves that are coming in this direction, so I thought I would take it up here today. The wind conditions are supposed to be relatively light right now. It's not bad for here, to be honest with you, but it is giving us a little bit of a challenge. So forgive us if we're having any blow around this morning or jitteriness and stuff, because we will be using some locks on the gimbal, and also the gimbal, I'm sure, will not be able to withstand all of the winds out here. It's a little bit light right now, so let us do our first 360 of the day. Here we go. Alright, I just noticed a call that just came in, so I want to double confirm that everything is okay. So if someone could just pop a message, give me a thumbs up or something, that we have a good audio and a good video, that would be wonderful, and then I know it was just a mistake on someone's part. So let's see if anybody could come up with a thumbs up for me while we're looking at the sun a little bit longer. Alright, I'm seeing some thumbs up and stuff, so we'll continue with that, some hearts going by. I will keep trying to monitor the comments in case there is a problem. But either which way, we're going to continue here, so hopefully it's okay. Alright, so I mentioned just out Ladder Bay. The only way down here by ladders, you will find a few ladders that are along this actual cliff line area here. We are in the parish of St. Lucie. We're just to the east of what was the former North Point Beach Resort. Yeah, I see some thumbs for sure, so I guess we're okay. Alright, so down here obviously is going to be catching a lot of sargassum, but if you come here anytime around November, December, January, February, and that kind of time frame, you won't see any sargassum. You'll see some lovely little beaches here that have built, unless you get a big north swell. If you get a big north swell, all the sand will move. These are what I call seasonal beaches. I don't normally mention any names, but I do have a very old map that I refer to back in the days before development in these areas and stuff, that have these bays that were marked out. I'm not sure how they gain their names, but there are many of them in this section. Every little pocket of sand that you're seeing, they used to call by a bay or a beach, mainly a bay. So I'm not sure, as I said, how they gain their names, maybe from people in the area that own land, maybe from some influential people in the area as well. Is that not just stunning though? Wow, I love a sunrise with a little bit of cloud. Absolutely beautiful. Stunning, stunning scenery. A lot of fishing poles you can see here. A lot of guys do a lot of fishing. Just below where we are right now is called the Spout, and you can understand why. This is the reason why you want to come up here this morning at low tide, for you to have a look at this. You would not see this lower elevation of cliff here normally. Usually the high tide is on top of that, so you wouldn't get a chance to see the lovely cliff edge that goes around below this. It is beautiful, but this is almost the northernmost tip, I would say. We're just Animal Flower Cave we can see in distance. That's the last set of trees and a little bit of structure you can see over there in the center of the camera. That will be the Animal Flower Cave in that general area. We're not actually seeing the cave. It is blocked by some homes that are out in that area. I would say Animal Flower Cave another half a kilometer beyond that itself. Beautiful, 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 these ledges. Absolutely stunning. You can see the spout in the lower section. As I said, it is called the Spout. You'll also see all these rocks around here for quite a few yards inland are darker. That's because they're wet all the time from either sea spray or the sea coming up actually on those levels when there are big surges. If you get the opportunity when there's I wouldn't say a hurricane swell, because if it's a hurricane swell, you don't really want to be caught out here because you don't know what's coming really. And also, all where we're standing will be soaked with sea that's coming up here, not sea spray. Sea, when it's hitting here, it will come up here. Tons of water will be in the general area where we are. However, if you are down here in the winter months and you do hear there's a big north swell, or if you're on the west coast, you can't really go in the sea and stuff, take a head up to the northern cliffs of Barbados. You will be blown away by what you will be seeing. Completely different. Just to give you an indication, you see we'll be hitting this cliff here and it will be going 50 to 60 feet in the air. This is not a joke, that is the truth. I will actually try and get that for you. We won't be able to stand this close. We'll have to stand way back inland where the war wagon is and take it in, because we won't be able to take it in here for sure. Way too much sea water coming up. Beautiful spouts and stuff. I'm going to walk a little closer, see if we can get a little bit closer without getting too wet, so you can take in the ledge and what the surge looks like on this lower elevation. I know you all haven't seen me yet. I know you all are depressed. I know there's some of you that are saying Nick. I'm seeing the comments in the unwritten ink that's going across the screen, people begging for me to come on. I'll be on in a few minutes time. I'm just going to give you a little bit more of this secondary scenery, and then we'll see the main scenery in a few moments time. This is the terrain you're going to have to go across to get here. There are some tracks that run a little closer in on the land side that the fishermen will use. There are also a couple of bicycle tracks where guys ride up this cliff here up to River Bay. Incidentally, River Bay is just, if you were to hop over that cliff, the second cliff beyond Ladder Bay, you would jump right into the middle of River Bay. That's just over there. The point up there that you're seeing in the furthest distance, well, the one you can make out, so I would say the midway point is where would be the point of River Bay itself. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just up there, there's also a place called Cummins Bay as well, just before you get to River Bay, and that will be, again, one of those little small seasonal beaches, as I like to refer to them as. Alright, so there's a lot of looseness out here. It's amazing how some of these cliff formations are, they're not solid mass at all. These rocks and stuff you're seeing here are like mixed up in chalk and mud and marley kind of effect, and that's what makes up a lot of the cliff out here. You will see that in the distance there. You can see the different in the lightings and the tones and stuff over there. It's definitely very different from some of the sections on the island. Along this northeastern side, Little Bay, Cove Bay, etc., you get big break-offs of cliff and stuff, because they are, as I said before, made up mainly of all these loose rocks that you're seeing here right now. There is a solid formation, of course, within this cliff area. However, the looser ones are the ones that will get eaten out and decayed over a period of time. It's beautiful up here. Very rustic, but natural Barbados. In the distance there, former North Point Beach Resort. We've done a tour there as well, so you put in North Point Beach Resort or North Point Beach Resort. You will find it come up in our YouTube channel. You can get a little walkthrough of that. We will do it at a later date. But today we're not going to extend this too long. We're just going to give you a lovely little scenery here, walk along this cliff section. Maybe a front out there, but we won't actually go into the actual building area today. Just to give you an indication, North Point Beach Resort was fully functional up until the late 70s, possibly early 80s, but I would say late 70s for sure. I used to actually come up here quite often on weekends when you used to have swimming competitions and stuff. It had an Olympic-sized swimming pool. I didn't participate because I was so fast that I couldn't put on brakes and stop by the other end of the by the wall. So I really haven't competed in swimming because of that reason. The pools are just too small for me. You'll probably have to expand like 3 or 4 times the length, and now I just roll a room in 2 strokes. So, but I'm an Olympian, everybody knows that already. What a lot of you may not know is that there's a really good surf break here. Pretty much it was known as a secret spot years ago because it reforms just on the inside there of this actual big rock. However, it has become better and better known over the years as the East Coast has not really produced these summer swells that it used to. A lot of the guys who come down here if the wind conditions are good. There's a great reform, a lot of fun here. Not a long ride, but a lot of fun. Recently, Josh Burke, I think, brought his team, I think it's Billabong team down here with him, and they did a lot of surfing down here. They also have a vlog up there as well on YouTube. You can also search for that as well, Josh Burke, and you will see what the guys do in this section here. But it is absolutely beautiful. Talk about rough Barbados, this is rough Barbados. Alright, you will see along the cliff, especially directly in the center of the camera, a very light section there. That is where all of that wall is breaking away. Again, we've explained about the different types of rocks and formations in this area. It's not all solid coral mass, so it does break away the erosion of these very, very heavy sea conditions that we get in this area. Beautiful though. This beach here is accessible by steps that go down. The steps I'll put in the center of the camera for you now. You can see them there. It is not really advised to go down on this beach because it's a very secluded beach. You can't see anyone that's around you. You can't see anyone on top of the cliff. So I really wouldn't recommend going down here unless you're going to just walk around the beach, take some pictures and leave. I surely wouldn't spread your towel here unless you have quite a few friends with you. just because of its isolation and because you can't see anything that's approaching until it's on you, and the only way out is up the steps. So, you know, there are just situations that could, you know, lead to a problem. Not that it does happen, but you know how we are already. I have lived, I say 50 years. I can't lie this morning. 50 years on this rock, relatively safely. I've maintained myself based on the precautionary measures that I take. I don't wait until something happens to realize what could happen. I sort of I see somebody laughing here. I'm not sure laughing at. I don't remember cracking any jokes this morning, but anyhow, we'll see what happens from there. I'll see this when I go home and make some notes and stuff. I have all my markers and things ready for you. I saw some people yesterday trying to jump on the bandwagon when they saw a star being given out to someone calling me handsome, but they were too late. I had to let them know that could earn them a stripe if they try that next time. I noticed this morning that our secret police crew are on board here, or at least our secret policemen. I know there are no cigarettes around here, so I can't get myself in trouble today at all. I can quite freely say that they taste terrible without her being worried about it, because there's nothing here to show you what I'm talking about. But anyhow, good morning to you, Secret Police. It is great to have you on board, and all the other people on board as well. We're going to give ourselves a beautiful 360 view. This is something new that we have added in. It is a view of the most stunning scenery. A scenery that everyone wants to watch for the entire day, but obviously I want to show you the other stuff as well too. But we like to do our little side out 360 where I can enjoy myself and enjoy all the background sceneries and take little photos in my mind of myself as we're going around here. So good morning to each and every one of you. This is a different kind of 360. This is called camera time. It is not called showing off. I want to make that very clear. There are two different things. Showing off is not camera time. I do camera time. Anyone else would be doing this here would be a show off, but I'm just having camera time. So please make the difference between the two. Thank you. It's a beautiful morning. We're going to walk in direction of North Point Beach Resort now. We're going to just sort of like end around the war wagon there. You could probably make it out that glistening thing there that's so clean and pristine all the time. That's the direction we'll be going in now. You can see some little tracks around here. It's amazing how this grass grows all over with really no soil whatsoever. All up in north area, up here by North Point Beach Resort, you'll find this here, especially growing free along the cliff area. It is beautiful, a nice little touch and enhancement. Up here it gets extremely sticky and slippery and stuff because of the soil. The soil up here really sticks your shoes all over. No matter what kind of hiking shoes you have on, you will probably fill up those treads in no time, and you will probably be finding yourselves slipping a little bit. This morning it's not too bad. And again, you have to remember that I am an Olympian skater, so if I have to skate on the sea or skate on mud or skate on rocks or skate on anything, I have gold medals in all the categories. I'm just a gold medal skater, so you can hold that as well. I don't like to brag about my achievements, you know. I just like to mention them sometimes when you know, they're important and play a role in what we're actually doing. But just to let you know, I have hundreds and hundreds of gold medals that I've accumulated over the years. I only carry one or two with me because if I'm swimming, it attracts barracudas and stuff. And to tell you the truth, the last time I ate a barracuda raw, I was not vegan. I wouldn't like to eat one of them raw again. You know, if they attack me, I'll have to eat them. So I don't want to break my trend of eating just vegan stuff, you know. Anything that's plant-based is perfect. Beautiful cliffs, beautiful, beautiful cliffs. All of these big rocks here, you can quite easily see have dropped off the cliff over the years. As the weaker matter has been eaten out, the actual big coral mass itself would drop off. You can see where they're broken away from. Quite easy to see, especially if you look further on, as we had mentioned before, just beyond these steps or in the center of the camera again. I know we have some friends that lived in this area years ago. We used to walk this cliff quite often, so enjoy your memories today. I know you were just to the north of here, but I know for sure that you used to enjoy these walks, definitely. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning. Very barren area. You don't find very much growth up here. Casuarina trees, maybe a few coconut trees, lots of cactus and stuff like that. But you really wouldn't find a lot of growth. If you find growth out here, it's because people have actually moved land soil or moved soil to this section and have planted, because there's really no soil. You can see that. There are coral heads all over here. Remember, these are not little stones. If you kick these here, they're not going anywhere. So your toe will remember that for a very long time. When you're walking these cliffs, keep an eye out. It's like walking around on a ship. Lift your foot over the bulkhead. That's a little private joke. It was something someone told me on Sunday, so I'm sure they will probably get a little chuckle off of that as well. But beautiful beaches, absolutely stunning. Down here in summer, like I mean real summer where there's no wind, we're supposed to be having some real light winds on Thursday and Friday if I remember correctly, extremely light. The gusts are very light as well as the constant winds. So you know, down here in these areas would be beautiful to explore. The beach down here at low tide around 10 o'clock on Thursday is going to be, Thursday or Friday is going to be phenomenal because this beach is going to be a lot bigger. It is low tide, right? Well, about low tide now. I think low tide is about 7:30 or so, somewhere around 7 o'clock time. But it gets even lower as we get closer to the full moon. We talk about the ultimate lows all the time. There's one coming this week. I put it up. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Please have a look at the Facebook page if you're interested in doing a walk. There is also a link there that you can use that for whenever you come to Barbados. You don't have to use a graphic that's for this week only. There's a link that has a consistent low tide, high tide, and all these sea conditions stated for you on a daily basis. Beautiful. So the guys will take off just in that general area by the rock where it's reforming and get a ride on the inside section. As I said, it's not a really great wave, but it is one that people will come to when they really want to get some surfing done. You can see all the cliff here, all the breaks in it, all of the cracks in it, all along like where we are in general. You can see there are cracks that are going to definitely develop into breakaways in the near future, similar to other ones before. Now, what I want to also draw to your attention is we always talk about it when you're walking these cliffs, stay away from the edge. This is the reason why I say that. Look at the overhangs here. Now, you can quite innocently walk across here and not realize that there's nothing under that cliff whatsoever. I mean, that's a good 5 feet over beyond where the actual cliff ends, these overhangs are. So please, if you're walking along this area or anywhere in Barbados on the cliff line, please stay back from the actual cliff. I have a gimbal so I can extend it sometimes 3 feet along my arm, maybe 5 to 6 feet, and show you all stuff that you could not see normally that I wouldn't risk going there. For example, like this here, I could show you the beach here and I'm a good 4 feet back from the actual camera itself, so I am in a fairly safe zone. And not tell you that I have anything done pat or that I have this perfect or anything like that. I can quite easily fall as well, so I always exercise caution and make sure that everything is okay. You know, I do have all kind of medals in falling and getting back up, the fastest regainer of feet. That was one category that I won a few years back. I will be defending it again, but I'm not looking forward to the going down part. The getting up part's fine, but the falling is not that much fun really. Beautiful out here, just beautiful. So the former North Point Beach Resort was very popular here up to the time the American base left. I think that was probably one of the biggest impacts for it. It used to have quite a few people down here. It used to host a lot of swimming competitions between Barbados and Trinidad and some of the other islands. You see lots of fun down here. It was really beautiful to come to this side of the island because it's so very different from everywhere else. But as it is now, wind blown, really couldn't swim in the sea. Had a great swimming pool, had 2 beautiful diving boards, high diving boards and stuff on it, and all types of facilities up there. We'll go through that another time though. We're not talking more about that right now. Just killing in and filling in some time. Beautiful. I want to actually give you the view looking at this rock with the sun and stuff behind it, so that's why I'm working my way around here. I hope you're enjoying this. We don't just want to bring you the beaches of Barbados. It's not called the beaches of Barbados through my eyes. It's the beauty of Barbados through my eyes, and that can apply to any condition in Barbados because there's beauty in everything. So we like to bring you to areas like this here so you can see if you want to do some exploring. These areas are available. I don't know how long the access will be here to come through the North Point Beach Resort. I saw some for sale signs there for like decades now, but there are signs out there, so if they ever start to commercialize anything in here or do any building in here, you may not be able to get access, but right now you can come into the old driveway coming into the former North Point Beach Resort. Remember, this area here is very isolated. There's no one living here legally. I add that word on there because I don't know if there are people living here, but I would imagine with shelter and stuff in this area, you will get a couple of people that may live in here on occasions or even full-time sometimes. So when you're coming to areas like this in Barbados, please exercise caution. Remember, don't go horizontal on a towel in areas like this unless you have friends around. Please, I'm asking you just to exercise caution. This is the beauty of Barbados, but like a rose bush that has that beautiful rose on it, I can't just show you the beauty of the rose and not warn you about the thorns. So these are the thorns that I'm warning you about. The steps that we saw a little distance off, it's getting a little more challenging to get down to the beach now, but they're still there. You can see all of the cliff area, the walls and everything are definitely decayed in this general area as well. We will do more on the section over there by the cliffs. I will show you how It has lost about 10 feet of cliff in the very recent past. I'll show you all that there next time that we do this area. But this is where we're going to wrap up our vlog for this morning. This is what I really wanted to give you a view of. Thank goodness we have a little bit, looks possibly Sahara dust or haze around, and some cloud as well. It's giving us the possibility of looking in this direction without actually being blinded by the light itself. It's coming up a little bit brighter now. But I just want to show you how beautiful this area is. This beach again, one more view of it. Now all year long it's not this much beach. Sometimes around the north swells that come in here in the winter months and into January and February, your winter months or cooler months. The sand will be right back up to these rocks here. You can actually see the elevations, the steps going down. Like where the darkest sargassum is where the high tide comes. That is in normal time, all the sand between that sargassum and the water edge. In the winter time, I should say, when the north swells, or if a big east swell passes, all this beach, or majority of this beach will disappear. So it's not this beautiful, beautiful beach that you're seeing here now year round. It's a stunning place, absolutely stunning. The whole, all of the tones up here are very earthy and natural. You know, there are no fluorescent paints anywhere, no bright buildings. You know, it's just the beautiful natural Barbados. The only brights you're going to see are the real lush greens that are all around. The vegetation are up here. And if you're getting glare off the water, obviously that's picking up from the sun. Otherwise that, it is just soothing and comforting. It's actually a warming feel for me when I come across these cliffs, because everything out here just feels warm. I'm going to keep quiet for a minute. I'm going to turn the microphone out of the wind, hopefully. And we're just going to look not directly into the sunlight, but I want you to appreciate the sounds, the power of this water up here, and also the piece of serenity that you will also experience if you come to this section of the island. And I wouldn't recommend doing these cliffs, by the way, in hot sunlight, because it gets really hot. It's extremely humid. So I would definitely do this early on in the morning. I wouldn't even recommend afternoon. I would say early morning for sure. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to give you a little piece of serenity and let you just enjoy this kind of scenery here. I'll move it a little bit. It's not be a stationary shot, but enjoy. And now out of nowhere came a silent 360. Hold that. It has been a beautiful morning with you all. I thank you so much for joining me. We really couldn't have driven any further. North Point Beach Resort, sorry, is as far as Animal Flower Cave. Animal Flower Cave just a couple of 100 meters more. You know, so we've pretty much come to the furthest point on the island this morning from almost the furthest point on the south side. So had a beautiful drive up here. The drive on a highway from the south coast to the north point of the island with no traffic on it is an experience that you would enjoy. Turn your windows down, enjoy the fresh breeze that's coming through, enjoy the island as it begins to wake, enjoy the twilight as it starts to come up, and try and get here for the sunrise if you're coming, because this is really the place to see at sunrise for sure. Any of the East Coast line, I would recommend the sunrise. It's going to be a different experience. If you go there any other time of day, you will not get the warmth, you will not get the peace, you will not get the serenity, and certainly not get the coolness that you get in the morning. So I hope you all have had a great day with me. We will not be back on until Thursday. Tomorrow's an off day. So I hope you all take care of yourselves. We will surely put up some photos tomorrow, probably some add to the family album and something else. No promises. Remember, no commitments on off days. Whatever happens, happens. If you get a video, you get a video. If you get pictures, you get pictures. But either which way, you're surely going to get a good morning. You're going to get my love and my care and my best wishes being sent from Barbados in one format or another. Have a great day, and remember today that if you don't take care of the vessel can't help anyone else. So if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't start to forgive yourself and appreciate yourself and strive to be a better person, and any mistakes you may make, ask for forgiveness, because you will always be forgiven. If you don't start with yourself, you cannot help anyone. You cannot share love, you cannot give love, you cannot give kindness, you cannot guide anyone, you cannot support anyone, you cannot encourage anyone, you cannot inspire anyone unless you are able to be comfortable with yourself. So start working on yourself first. Find your true self. I think I've found my true self. I'm able to pretty much laugh at myself, cry at myself. It makes no difference. Whatever happens, happens. It doesn't bother me. Emotions flow from me unrestricted. Love, care, kindness, any of those. And I try to keep them positive. Sometimes the negatives creep in there because I'm human and I'm not perfect. That's obvious. But one thing for sure is I don't last there long, and I always omit my apology, because this world needs to be a better place. It has to start with me as far as I'm concerned. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for joining us on the northern section of the island. I hope you have a wonderful time tomorrow. I will see you on Thursday. God spare life. Take care of yourself. Be happy. Enjoy life. Remember, we're living today. You're not living tomorrow. Certainly not living yesterday. It's the day that matters. So you enjoy today. You find the best that you can find today. You find the joy in it. And if you can find all those things, please spread it. Don't keep it for yourself. Give it away. Share it with everyone around you, because you will get it back. I can promise you, based on my experience, when I give away, I always receive it back. God blesses me with everything I give away. So whatever you're getting, I am being blessed with on a daily basis. Have a fantastic day. Love you all. Greetings from the former North Point Beach Resort. Have a great day.